Episode 2. The Paranormal Trap Beneath the Saboe House. Anna McFarland's flashlight trembled in her hand as she lowered herself through the narrow hatch into the chamber beneath the Saboe house. The rickety wooden ladder groaned beneath her weight. Each creak echoed in the damp stone corridor like a distant heartbeat. When at last her boots met the cold earth floor below, the stale, fetid air engulfed her, carrying with it the faint drip of water and an undercurrent of something far fouler, an odor halfway between scorched wax and old iron. She raised her light to reveal a tunnel perhaps 6 feet wide, its rough stone walls scored by deep gouges. Anna knelt to inspect one. The scrape marks were too regular to be natural, tapered at one end like claws raking toward escape. Nearby lay the remnant of a once white candle, its stub charred and smeared with a sticky black residue that glinted wetly in her beam. She held it closer. There was the unmistakable tang of blood on the wax. Behind her, 2 members of her team whispered. Mark, the technical expert, scanned the walls for hidden wiring, while Sophia, a folklorist, traced the scratches with gloved fingers. This wasn't sealed just to hide, Sophia murmured. It was warded. They pressed forward into a vaulted chamber. Overhead, arched ceilings plunged into darkness. The only illumination came from 5 half-melted candles arranged meticulously in a circle at its center. Beyond the ring, the stones were littered with the debris of shattered children's toys, splintered wooden blocks, twisted metal train wheels, fragments of painted porcelain dolls. Anna's gaze fell on each ruined plaything as though they were shards of innocence itself. Look, Mark whispered, pointing to the floor inside the circle. There, in the mortar between stones, was another scrap of paper, brittle and yellowed. Anna knelt and carefully freed it. In a hand too deliberate for a frightened child, the words read, "If they come for me, I will bring the light and cover the floor with blood." Anna's breath caught. The last words seemed to drip from the page, as though written not with ink but congealed fluid. She swallowed hard, the chamber growing colder. A sudden hiss of wind wound through the tunnel entrance, snuffing out one of the 5 candles. In the dim glow, the remaining flames bent inward, yearning toward the darkness like desperate souls. Sophia gasped as the shadows on the walls began to twist and lengthen, coalescing into shapes that hinted at small forms, tiny arms, faint outlines of heads. Mark fumbled for his recording device, capturing both image and sound. "We have to document this," he muttered, voice trembling. Anna pointed her light at the far wall, revealing an irregular seam in the stone blocks. This was sealed after the chamber was built, she realized aloud. Someone intended never to open it again. A sudden scrape behind them froze their blood. Anna spun, only to see the ribbon of her own shadow stretching unnaturally long, merging with another silhouette. 5 silhouettes, pale, indistinct, their heads tilting as though studying the intruders. Sophia let out a strangled cry. "Anna, there!" Anna grabbed her arm. "Stay calm." She raised the camera toward the nearest figure. As she did, a voice as soft as a child's sigh whispered, "Candle." Mark's light swung wildly. In its beam they saw what could have been blood tracks on the stones, leading to the right circle. Anna's mind raced. This was not only a hiding place, but a ritual site, constructed to bind those children here, to trap them in some liminal space between life and death. She tightened her grip on the ladder's edge. "We need to relight them, reverse it." Sophia shook her head. "We don't know the ritual. We might make it worse." Anna pressed on. "We have to try. Their souls are tethered here." With trembling hands, she retrieved a fresh candle from her pack and held it above the circle. The other 2 produced matches. Sophia's match flared, casting dancing illumination across the chamber. They lit the new candle, but before the flame could steady, the spirits flickered violently. A choir of distant giggles rose, tinny and echoing. Tiny hands, cold as stone, clenched Anna's boots. The floor trembled, A low vibration pulsed through the circle. Anna forced herself to stay still, speaking aloud. "We mean to free you. We will not harm you." The candles sputtered. The shadows paused. Then, one by one, they receded into the stonework, leaving Anna and her team alone in the flickering glow. Slowly, the air lost its dank weight. The candles burned steady. The circle lay undisturbed, but Anna sensed something had shifted. An invisible door unlatched, a long-held breath released. The team ascended the ladder into the moonlit foyer. Above, the house seemed to exhale, groaning as if awakening from a nightmare. In the morning, Anna reviewed the footage. Marks fading, candles stabilized, no further voices. But in the final frames, half hidden in shadow, she caught a glimpse of 5 small handprints, glowing faintly on the stone lip of the hatch. They were gone. Yet Anna knew this was only the beginning. To truly break the curse, they would need to reconstruct the original ritual, find the missing artifacts, and perhaps confront the very force that dwelled in those walls so many decades ago. To be continued.